Hello everyone, so welcome back. In this video, we are going to create dynamic form with React. And by the way, this is the final project. As you can see in here, we have two input field. We have remove button and the add button. So if I say John Doe and click the add button right here, now we have another input group. So let's try to say Chan Def. And when I click, we have another input group again. So I don't know, say another name. Basically, we can add how much input group we want, and also we can remove that. So for example, just say user1, and I want to remove this input group right here. I can just click the remove button. So now that is gone. And every time I click the send, now as you can see in the console, we have array with 3 objects. As you can see in here, we have the value, which is the first input group right here. We have the John Doe, second we have Chan Dev, and the third we have another name. And to styling the UI, I'm using Material UI basically. So let's try to create the project. And in here, I have done running yarn create react app and dot, meaning generate create React app in this current folder, which is dynamic form React folder. Okay, I have already doing this. So let's go to the terminal. I want to stop the final project right here. I'm gonna close that. And in here, I want to run the create React app. So I can say yarn start. So let's try to remove couple file. I'm gonna remove index.css. We don't need that. We need to remove app.css, the app test.js, and the logo right here. And also, I want to remove the CSS inside index.js file, which is right here. Let's remove that, save, and close that. I'm gonna open the app.js, just remove everything inside div right here. And I'm gonna just say h1 autocomplete, please do your job. No, you don't want. Yeah, thank you. You can say hello world, save, and of course we need to remove the logo right here and the CSS, save. We should see h1 with hello world in the browser now, but it's still loading, so just wait for that. So let's see, now we get a hello world, pretty cool. So the first step is I want to styling the UI, which is something like this, the final project right here. So we need to install, I'm gonna using yarn by the way, so I'll just copy this thing right here, copy that and paste in here and run that. And so let's go back. I want to copy the Roboto link right here, just copy and open the public folder, go to index.css, and I'm going to paste in here like so, and just copy the another link in here and paste in here, save, and just close the index. And what we need to do next, we need to install the icon, so just copy that and we have to wait. Alright, so it's done. Let's running for the icon. Alright, so it's done. Let's go to the app.js. I want to import a container from Material UI /core/container. So I want to wrap our app inside a container tag. So let's paste right here and change the h1 right here with just say add new member, and inside in here I just want to create a form and just remove the action because we don't need the action. And I want to import use state hooks from React. And inside app function, I want to create a state. I want to give a name, just say input field, and set input field, set it equals to a use state. And by default, I want to set array, and inside this array, I have the object. I want to say first name into empty and the last name into empty string. So the idea in here is so very simple. Basically, I just want to grab the input field state right here, which is the array, and I want to map through inside this form right here. So let's try to do that. Let's do input field. I'm going to say dot map, and I want to grab the input field for individual input field. I just want to say input fields, and in here input field, just say comma index, and I want to returning JSX in here. Just give a div. Just give a div, and I just want to close this thing right here and make it smaller, like so, and this, and just give a key in here. Just say index, and I want to import. I just want to say input for now. Say input, and now, and every time I save, and wait, we have some error in here. Wait, what a problem. What is this input? Oh, really? Just copy that and paste in here, like so. Wait, I'm not sure what happened. Okay, so save, and I hope okay, everything is work. Let's see in the browser. Now, as you can see, we have one input field in here. That's because we have just one object in here. Every time I add another object, let's try to add another object. Wait, what's happening? I cannot add object in here. Okay, just two object. Now we should have two input field. That's the idea basically. So I can add another input, save, and now we have three. Okay, that's the basic idea. So let's try to remove this. I just want to make one object, and I'm going to using text field from material UI. We don't need to using input right here. So let's try to import text field. It should be from material UI / core / text with text field, and just copy that and paste in here like so. And we need to give a name in here, set that equals to first name, and give a label, say first name, and I'm gonna give a value. The value is come from the first name right here, so we can access that by using the input field right here. So we can say input field dot first name, like so. So let's try to save. Now we should see a beautiful input field from material UI, but I like to using variant in here. Say variant, and I'm going to using a field. So save, and now that's what I want basically. And I want to add another text field for the last name. Just copy and paste down here. Wait, what happened? Like so. And this should be a last name. Wait, last name. and the label, say last name, and the value should be last name. Save, and now we should have two input field. Okay, it's just represent this object right here. If I say John and the last name Doe, we have John Doe as a default value. Okay, so we need to using empty string, by the way. All right, I want to give a space between the input field right here, just like the final project. So we need to import a make style from material UI. So we can say import make styles is from material UI slash core slash I believe styles. Yes. And in here we need to create a function. Just give a name, use style, set that equals to make style, make styles, and we grab the theme as a parameter, and we need to basically I want to add class name in the form. Say class name, set that equals to classes dot to say root. Okay, let's grab the root class in here and paste inside in here. And I want to, for example, I want to change the background into just say red or something, and I save. Now it's not do anything because classes is not defined. So let's do in here, just want to say const classes set that equals to use style. We invoke the use, not use that, use style. Okay, and save. Now we should see our form right here. Form have a background red because we set that the background to red. So here we go. But I want to grab for the each text field right here. So how that we can do that? We can do in here. I just want to say and MUI text field like so, and that's a root. Okay, and inside in here I just want to say a background red. So let's try to save and see what we have. Now for individual input we have the background red. So I want to add a space. So I can say a margin. I just say a theme dot spacing, and just spacing 1 inside in here. Okay, so now save, and here we go. That's beautiful. Let's remove the background red. All right. Next, we need to add the remove and add button. It's like the final project right here. So we need to import couple thing in here. Just import. First is I want to import button. Just be from add material dash UI slash core slash button. And I'm gonna import icon button. So let's do import icon button from material dash UI slash core slash icon button, like so. So let's scroll down. We need to using the icon button right here, paste in here, like so. And inside the icon button, we need to using the remove button. So we need to import that again. So we need to say import, say remove button from material UI slash icon slash I'm not sure the name, but I believe it's remove. So we can just copy that and paste inside the icon button right here, like so. And now save, and let's see what we have. Refresh. So now we have the remove icon in here. That's pretty cool. So let's go back, and I want to just copy and paste. I think it should be icon, not button. Say icon, and just change the name in here into remove icon, like so. And I want to change that to add icon, and icon slash add, maybe. Yes. So let's try to copy, and down here we need to open the icon button again. Icon button, and inside in here I want to paste the add icon, like so. Save. Now we should have the plus icon right here. Okay, awesome. So next is we need to create the send button right here. So let's try to go back, and remember we have already imported the button, so we can use that inside in here. Let's say button, and just say send. Wait, save. Now we should have a button with a send. Okay, so let's styling that a little bit. I'm gonna say the variant, set it into contained, and I want to change the color into primary, and just say type into submit, and yeah, just like that. So now save, and we should see send right here. I want to using the icon right there, so I just want to import icon. Say import icon from material UI slash icons. No, it should be core slash icon, like so. So now save, and let's go back the button right here. We need to say an icon, set that equals to we need to using icon tag in here, and just paste in send, save, and now we should have the icon. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, just make it that look like this. All right, so I want to add the margin. So I want to, where's that? Right here. Just give a class name. Class name, set it equals to classes dot a button, like that. So let's scroll up in here. Inside a root, I want to grab the button and just paste. I just want to copy this margin right here, and paste in here, like that. It should be comma right here. Save, and now let's see in the browser. It's not working. Maybe we need to put that outside the root, like that. So now save, and here we go. All right, let's open the console. Next, we need to handle the onChange event, because now we cannot typing anything in here. That's because by default we set the value into the first name or last name, which is the object right here. It's empty string. That's why we cannot typing anymore inside in here. So let's try to add onChange event in here. I'm gonna say onChange, set it equals to I'm gonna say event and just say handle change input and is based in index and event. Okay, so let's try to create the handle change input function. I'm gonna create in here, say cons. Of course it's not in here, it should be inside of a function. We need to say cons handle change input, so that equals to arrow function, and I'm gonna grab the index and the event. So let's try to console.log the index and event.target.name. So let's try to typing something in first name. See, we get a 0 and first name. That's what we want. And for the last name, it's not work. That's because we don't have handle the onChange event yet. So let's paste in here and save. Now we should have 0 and last name. Okay, if we have two object, of course the second input group right here, it should be have index 1. Okay, all right, so let's go back and I'm gonna remove this console right here. I just want to create a variable, just say values set that equals to, I want to grab the input field state, so I'm gonna use spread operator. So input field, and in here I want to say values. I'm gonna access for the index and event.target.name, and I want to set that into e.target.value, which is everything we typing inside the input field. So down here, let's say set input fields, and we need to send the values like so. We forget the S right there. No E, it should be event. Save. And now I believe we can typing something inside the first name, last name, and right here. Okay, that's work. So let's handle for the on submit. So in form right here, I'm gonna say on submit, set that equals to just say handle submit. And also down here in the button right here, I'm gonna say on click, set it equals to handle submit, like so. So let's create the handle submit function. I'm gonna create up here. Let's say cons handle submit, set that equals to arrow function. And I don't want to the page reload every time I submit the form, so I can say e.prevent default in here, prevent default. And I just want to console.log input fields, and input field states right here. So let's try to save and let's see. Let's try to add new member in here, say John Doe, and this is Chandev. And if I click the send button, as you can see, we have input field with two objects inside the array. This is we have John Doe. This is for the first input group, and this is for the second input group. So that's work. Another thing I'm going to show you is how that we can add new input group. So let's do in here, just say on click in here, set it equals to function. I'm going to say handle add field. So let's try to create a handle add fields function. I'm going to create in here, say cons handle add fields, set it equals to arrow function, And what we need to do is every time I click the add icon right here, we need to add new object. So how that we can do that? It's pretty easy. Basically, we need to say set input field. We want to grab the existing input field, and we need to add new object in here. Just say first name to empty and last name to empty. So let's save. Now let's try to click the plus icon right here. When I click, now we have new input group. Okay, that is work. But we need to handle the remove button right here. So let's do down here. We need to say on click. So that equals to, I'm gonna just give a name handle a remove field. Okay, so let's create the handle remove field function. I'm gonna create in here, say cons handle remove field. Let's say cons values, so that equals to, we need to grab the input field state, and by the way, we need to send index in here for the specific index that we can remove the input field. So let's do, we need to send index in here, and we need to say values dot, I'm gonna using splice and paste in the index in and one like so, and I'm gonna say set input field, send the values, save. Now let's see in the final project right here, reload, and let's try to add new user in here, say John Doe. I'm gonna say a Chan Dev and add new input field. We can do that, say I don't know, another name. Let's add new input group again, like I will say user one, and also we can remove that. Okay, and when I send, now we have to object in here. So I think we're done with this project, guys. So hope you learned something new, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.